Hi guys, it's Cameron from the Mighty Blues and I've just got back from watching the game. Manchester United 2, Everton 1. It's a tough one to take, that one, to be honest. Everton looked really positive the first 5 or 10 minutes. We looked like the team that was more likely to score. Bernard obviously bouncing down at the left wing and putting a ball in. Richarlison's just bullied off the ball a little bit. But then for me, an absolutely awful refereeing decision by a biased and awful referee has changed the game. It's never a penalty in a million years. As Zisagana very clearly touches the ball goes in an opposite direction and Martial dives, to be honest with you, he dives. And John Moss shows just how capable he is of refereeing a Premier League game. Gives the penalty, like I said, shouldn't be refereeing at the highest level whatsoever. To be honest, I feel really sorry for Jordan Pickford in this game because I think Jordan Pickford played fantastic all game. You know, the penalty save is fantastic by an average footballer in Paul Pogba, to be honest with you, with a stupid run-up. It's unlucky that it gets palmed back in Pogba's way and he can't miss it. But for me, Pickford was fantastic all game. Every shot that he faced, he pretty much palmed away, except the penalty. And obviously Martial's won the goal. And I've said it before the game, and I'll say it again. Whenever Anthony Martial plays against Everton, he scores, and it's just becoming one of them things now. And for me, he's Manchester United's best player by a country mile. Anthony Martial, I think he's fantastic, but it's just a hard, disappointing game to take because ever since the penalty, we just never looked like getting back into the game at all. We just looked deflated. We really did. We looked deflated and we looked like we were a bit scared to do anything, to put any tackles in, to put any challenges in, to touch a Man United player because we knew that Moss was always going to give a foul because that's what biased referees do. But yeah, it's just an hard one to take because they were a team that were there for the taking. Obviously, we scored the penalty, which was a clear penalty by a country mile. Smalling hacks Richarlison down and Sigurdsson finished as well. But it wasn't just the refereeing decision that lost us the game. We had many chances. Bernard's chance is absolutely golden. He goes round De Gea and he just loses his feet in. But if you're going to lose your feet in there, then you square it to Walcott and you put it through. And I don't think Walcott had a good game today. I think that right-hand side was exposed far too much. I think Walcott and Coleman were poor today. I really do think they were. And I think it will solidify the fact that, you know, we do need a right-back in January. And Marcel Brands and Marco Silva will look for a right-back in January because it's needed, let's be honest. Seamus Coleman hasn't come back the player that we know he is, and I think he had another poor performance today for me, and it's just one of them. Walcott, very similar. I just don't think we looked like wanting the game after the penalty decision, and that's just one of them things. We looked shook, and it was disappointing. I'll have a full reaction out on Monday, of course, but yeah, an absolutely awful refereeing decision that shook us, but to be honest, you could use that as an excuse, but we didn't take our chances and we had far too many chances. And in a game at Old Trafford against Manchester United, you can't have them chances and not score them. It's just one of them things, you know. Andre Gomez, I know it's clutching at straws here. I thought Andre Gomez was fantastic all game. Definitely a contender for man of the match in an Everton shirt anyway, along with Jordan Pickford. But he has a header within the first 10 minutes, you know, one-on-one with the keeper. He's absolutely left alone in the box and it's just straight at the keeper. He had enough time to even take it down and slot it. You know, Calvert-Lewin, Sigurdsson has one as well. I think, who's that the header? Was it Calvert-Lewin has an header that's, you know, near enough the outside of the box and he attempts to score from it, whereas if he a little bit more composed and takes it down, you know, there's a real opportunity there. But yeah, it was really disappointing, really hard to take for me. Pickford was man of the match. I thought he was absolutely fantastic again. Didn't deserve the rebound from an awful penalty by Paul Pogba. Really, you know, I'll say it again. I think Paul Pogba's average, to be honest. He's a average footballer that is coked up to be fancy, and that's all he is, in my opinion, at least. Anyway, that's just my opinion, of course. But yeah, a disappointing result and a disappointing game. Hard to take, but we'll bounce back for the next game and hopefully we can, you know, pick ourselves up and start again and get another decent run of form going. So thank you very much for watching and I'll see you soon.